Hello and welcome everybody to yet another video presented by your mentor Vivek on JavaScript. Yes, we will be starting with JavaScript today. We just concluded the CSS revision and now we would start a refresher for JavaScript. I will try to make it as short as possible, just the two units, and after that there are a couple of PHP chapters which I have to cover, and we would get our hands dirty with spec-driven development as soon as we can. So today I plan to upload as many videos as I can and complete the refresher course on the technology which I have used in our WorkshopHub website. So let's start. HTML gives you structure, CSS gives you looks, but when a student clicks pottery and the class list filters itself, when the seed counter drops the moment someone books, that's JavaScript. Today, the absolute basics of behavior in the browser, WorkshopHub style. Let's go. 3 moves, that's all. Select an element, hold some state, update the page. Now let's learn how to link the script. JavaScript lives in its own file. Ours is main.js, and the page has to know about it. One script tag in the head, src pointing to main.js, and this little word, defer, matters a lot. It tells the browser, wait until the whole DOM is built before running my script. Skip it and your code hunts for elements that don't exist yet. In the body, a heading and an empty div with the ID classes. That empty box is where JavaScript will inject the class list. Now let's discuss about let versus const. To hold state, we need variables, little boxes in memory. Modern JavaScript gives you 2 main keywords. Let is for values that change. Seats left starts at 6 and drops with every booking. It's block scoped and it's the main default. Const is for values that never change. The studio name stays, WorkshopHub. Try reassigning a const and the console throws an error at you, and you can check any value anytime with console.log. Select plus update the DOM. Now the fun part, touching the page. Document.querySelector grabs an element straight out of the DOM. Same syntax as CSS, so hash classes finds our div. innerHTML plus the template string. Those backticks injects HTML with variables interpolated using dollar and curly braces. The card renders Watercolor Lab, 6 seats left. A student books, we drop seats left to 5 and render state changed, screen updated. That's the whole dance. Every framework you'll ever meet is a fancier version of this. The loop to remember. So the loop to remember every time you add behavior. 1. Select your element. 2. Keep your state and variables. Let for changing values, const for fixed ones. 3. Re-render with template strings when the state changes, and console.log as you go, so you can see what's happening. That's behavior in the browser. No framework needed. Next, we would be learning about validation and feedback. The booking form learns to talk back without a single ugly alert box, and we will learn exactly how in the next unit. Until then, goodbye and peace out.